Okay, second topic of time value of money is compound interest. In compound interest, interest is always calculated on the balance amount rather than initial deposit, which is calculated in simple interest, but compound interest always be calculated on the balance amount. So here are few variables. For example, present value or initial deposit, interest rate, N stands for time period, FV stands for future value. So we assume here 4 questions, in which first question says that if you want to deposit 5,000 into bank for 10 years and bank is willing to give you 12% per annum compound interest, then what will be compound interest and future value? So two variables are missing here. One is compound interest and second is future value. So formula for compound interest is always equal to initial deposit or present value multiplied by 1 plus I raised to power n and minus initial deposit. Here present value is 5,000 or initial deposit is 5,000, interest rate is 12% and time period is 10. So we can calculate compound interest, which is equal to 10,525. And second thing which is asked in the question and which is future value, that is future value. Future value is always equal to initial deposit multiplied by 1 plus I raised to power n. So present value is 5,000 and interest rate is 12% and raised to power time period, which is 10. So we can calculate here future value, which is 15,525. There is an alternative way to calculate compound interest and future value, and we can calculate these two with the help of FVIF table. As you are seeing that 1 plus I raised to power n, and in the question of compound interest 1 plus I raised to power n. What is this? This is called factor, and we can calculate manually, and otherwise we have an alternative way to find this, and that is FVIF table, future value interest factor. So two things, one is interest rate and one is time period. So what is the factor under 12% rate of interest and time period 10? So 12% rate of interest and time period 10, the factor is 3.106 approx. Here you can see, which we calculated manually, that we used factor here 3.105 or 3.106. These are both same. So there are two ways to calculate this. Now what will happen in the next question, that your bank will give you 15525 at 12% compound interest after 10 years. How much will you deposit now? So present value is missing, so we can use here the formula for future value, which we discussed earlier, that future value is 15525, present value is missing here, and 1 plus 0.12 raised to power 10, so we can calculate easily. In third question, what you deposit 5,000 today into bank, and bank will give you 10525 compound interest after 10 years. What is the rate of interest? So if rate of interest is missing and we want to calculate manually, then what can we do? We use formula for compound interest, and compound interest is equal to present value multiplied by factor minus present value or initial deposit. So what is present value? 10525. Compound interest is missing and time period is 10. So initial deposit is 5000. So we first just put these values into the formula, and after that we will simplify. So minus 5000 will be converted into plus 5000, and finally this $5,000 will be divided on the other side of the equation. So 3.105, which is a factor, and 1 plus I raised to power 10. So first we replace 10 from here to the left side of the equation, and 10 under root 3.105 is always be equal to 3.105 raised to power 1 by 10 equal to 1 plus I. If here n is, for example, we assume that n is 12 or 15, we just 10 or 12 or 15 we just place here, and after that we will take it as a power in the fraction of 1 by 10. So after calculating we will have 1.119969, and this plus 1 will turn into minus 1 on the left hand side, and after solving this the rate of interest is 12% approx. In the question number 4, one thing is left, and that is time period. So we assume the question here that you deposit 5000 today into your bank, and bank is willing to pay you 12% compound interest. In how many years bank will give you 10,525 as compound interest? So in the data, 5000 is initial deposit or P, compound interest is 10,525, interest is 12% or 0.12, and n is missing. So once again we will use simple compound interest formula and put all these values into this formula, and after simplifying we will get 3.105 is equal to 1.12 raised to power n, and after that we will take log on both sides. Log of 3.105, we just take down this n before log, and we will take the log of remaining value, which is log of 1.12. So after simplifying this we will get the time period is approx 10 years. Thank you.